Let's have some beer. What be going down, people of the world? Thank you so much for joining me for yet another Daily Drink vlog. My name is Redbeard, and today we've got a can of old-fashioned dust-up rustic pale ale by Sawdust City collaborating with Tooth and Nail Brewing. Had a lot of Sawdust City beer. I've had a bit of Tooth and Nail beer that was brought to me by Captain Morgan, I believe. Really good guy who's brought me beer. This was purchased at the brewery. I'm pretty sure that's the only place you can get it. Purchased here. Maybe you can purchase it here as well. I'm not sure. Let's crack her open and let's see what we have got. Oh. Hoping for delicious pale ale fantasticness. It looks pretty good. It looks quite good. Let's get a picture. Yeah, she's definitely nice and juicy looking. Looks like orange juice or something. Just occurred to me that I completely had that up there instead of my Redbeard picture for the entire time. Genius. SawdustCityBrewing.com if you want to check them out. And then Tooth and Nail. ToothandNailBeer.com if you want to check them out. This smells really nice. Like really nice, citrusy, hoppy aromas. Let's give her a shot. Oh. There's something different about the flavor in there, but it's really, really nice. I can't describe what that... It's very reminiscent of something that isn't instantly popping into my head. Maybe it will by the time we're further into it. Let's do this. Cheers, everybody. The initial flavor is very much that of a good pale ale, and then it kind of tapers off into this delicious unusualness. When two friends come together to collaborate on a brew, it can quickly turn into a melee of ideas. One guy punches out a suggestion while the other expands on the concept with a quick retaliatory jab. After wrestling back and forth for a plan, they finally decide on the execution. Exhausted, they retire to the bar for a bout of celebratory pints. Dust Up is the first collaboration with our friends at Tooth and Nail, a rustic pale ale inspired by our mutual love of a classic Trappist ale. Let's be clear, Dust Up is an homage. Homage! Blah! This entire thing is like a tongue twister. Jeez. Not a replication. If you say any different, well them's fighting words. So it is a different style. 5.3% alcohol. March 20th of this year. So April, May, June, July. 4 months. There's a chance this isn't exactly what it should have tasted like. But it's not bad. I want to say maybe some of the hoppiness has kind of taken a nosedive, but it's still quite tasty. It's quite enjoyable. Forgot that. Ingredients are pure Muskoka water, Pilsner, honey malt, carafoam, and dextrose are the malts. Hops are Magnum Middelfru and Ariana, yeast Abbey, and Brett Brooks. Other is patience. They included patience. I like that. Excuse me, that's funny. On their, I want to say the Twin Pines double IPA I had recently, I believe that had a flux capacitor in it, if I'm not wrong. That's awesome. Sawdust City, great brewery. I want to say I was a pretty big fan of the beers I had from Tooth and Nail as well. There was a stout, some kind of pale ale, and I think even a double IPA by them, and they were all pretty tasty. And what I'm thinking now about the weirdness and the flavor of this, the word Brett right there. It's a little reminiscent of a Saison, which is really unusual. It's like a farmhouse style pale ale, I guess you'd say, if you wanted to classified, or that maybe that's what a rustic pale ale is. Blah, 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 blah. Mouth not functioning properly today. I like to think my taste buds are functioning okay today. Ratings for this beer. If I can find the tab. There we go. Untapped. 501 ratings, 3.65 out of 5 overall. 35 IBUs, didn't mention that, I don't think. A little light for me, but like me, a little rustic. Excuse me. Nothing bad there. I like it, good stuff. A couple months old, and the Brett has become much more pronounced. Fair enough. I didn't notice that either. It's right frickin' there. I should have swished this. Although it doesn't look like anything was really left. It says canned conditioned beer right there. I'm what, 560 some beers in? And I still... I'm still too dumb to pre-read the frickin' can before I do the vlog. That's how I do it. Little insight for you. I literally go to my fridge, pick a beer, sit down, open up this, get that ready to go, do my intro, and go. I don't look into it. I do all the learning about this beer with you kind of thing. I like to think it brings us together a little bit more, one could say. I didn't know that about the Brett, that it becomes more pronounced. And that would be that whole Trappist thing. That makes sense. It makes sense. I understand. Rate beer. 52 overall, 69 for the style, only 11 ratings. Really enjoyed it, wish there was more. Excuse me. Funk is a little less pronounced than in the nose. I disagree with that. I didn't get really any funk in the nose. I thought it smelled like a nice pale ale to me on my nose. Although now that I know, I can kind of smell. I don't know if maybe that's just placebo kind of thing happening, or because I know, or because it's changed now, because I know placebo thing. Same thing. It's not my mouth that's not functioning right now. My brain seems to be not fully awake, perhaps, or something. Didn't get enough sleep last night. Ringer. Set to vibrate. Thank you very much. Ah, good times. I know what I can do, I suppose. Let's check out what Tooth and Nail has to offer as far as what I've had. Today's taps? What? I'm assuming that means that like the only way you can buy their beer is at the brewery. You go over here and scroll down. Today's taps. What do we got? Vim and Vigor, a Pilsner. There's a Pale Ale. A Bier de Table. Brewed with a wide variety of dried fruits, berries, and botanicals, and fermented with Saison yeast. I don't know. That sounds interesting. I had Fortitude. That was their stout. I think that might be the only one. Maybe I might have had Tenacity, the Pale Ale. That could have been that one. I don't know. A decent little selection of beers. Can't deny that. I can't recall where they're actually located though. Where are they? They are Ottawa. Just like Toronto. Not just like Toronto. There's, I'm gonna say, probably like double the number of breweries in the Toronto area, maybe more, but the entire Ottawa area, there's a bunch of breweries in that general vicinity that I need to go and visit. Like Big Rig, Bose, Tooth and Nail, probably at least 3 or 4 other ones. Really unusual beer. But it's really surprisingly tasty for being kind of Saison / Belgian-y. I'm surprised. They've actually got a menu here as well, which is not... It's like a charcuterie kind of menu. Like sandwiches and deli style kind of stuff, it looks like. Kind of cool. Like dry cured sausages, house marinated olives, peppered candied salmon, peppercorn pate. A lot of that stuff actually sounds really good. Just sitting around having these nice, yeah, and all that stuff sounds like it pairs very, very well with beer. Tooth and nail. Someday, I will get down to see you. Drink number last. Sawdust City / Tooth and Nail Brewing Company. Your old-fashioned dust-up rustic pale ale rating. It's like a solid 9. That's a really, really tasty beer. And very, very surprising in my mouth's opinion. Well done. And that's going to do it for today's Daily Drink vlog. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then be sure to smash that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, then be sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you've got something to say to me, put some comments in the box down below. But thanks again, and I'll be back with another Daily Drink vlog tomorrow. Peace out! Yeah, a nap might be a good idea.